Okay, everybody, guess what? Well, first of all, this is my post market report on this beautiful Tuesday, November 21st, 2023. But it gets even better than that because we heard from the Federal Reserve today. Yeah, their minutes from the last meeting. And this is what they said, and I quote: "Are you ready for this one? The U.S. economy is strong and resilient." Hmm. Wow. I wonder what you think about that. Can't make it up. And also, the Fed minutes here. This is interesting. I want you to read between the lines. All right. So not only is the economy strong and resilient, according to them, of course, how could it possibly be anything else? So rates are going to stay high. What was absolutely missing from their statement here was any kind or talk about rate cuts moving forward. You see, that's a big clue to this guy that rate cuts are in fact coming. And I'm going to tell you another reason why. Because we just found out that three major Wall Street banks just got downgraded to a negative outlook by Moody's. We're talking about JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, I'm sorry, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, and Bank of America. So JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, and Bank of America, our favorite. Um, this to me, okay, is a clear signal. Okay, strong and resilient economy, which we know is a complete farce for as far as you want to go, and then some here. Oh yeah, the economy is so strong that home sales now just fell to a 13-year low. That's how strong it is. Yes, yes, indeed. You can't make that stuff up. Oh, and here's the other part. This is also you're not going. This is something you're just not going to believe because it can't possibly be true, being that the Fed just said today that the economy is strong and resilient. So housing affordability has now dropped to the same level that we saw during the 1981 to 82 recession. So we're at the same level as the 81-82 recession. You can't make this stuff up. It's impossible to make it up. I don't care how hard you would try, right? Lord Humongous, right? Geo Rider, Magic Mika, Lava, everyone's here. You all get it, right? I don't know, make it up. Anyway, if you could make something like that up, I want to hear from you because we got to get together and come up with some kind of a science fiction novel. I have no idea. Oh, okay. So with that, just real quick with regard to these major banks here, there's more to come. You see, you and I mean this with all I got. We called this stuff out before anybody else. Maury, thank you. Before anybody else, you and I were talking about weakness with the banks. Before the banks started failing, the mid-level banks, the smaller banks, yeah, well, no deposits, no loans, no deals, an economy cratering. Obviously, bank runs are going on right now, withdrawals like we've never seen before. Being that home sales here to fall to a 13-year low, they're not making any loans. Did you hear this one? Auto loans, people are being turned down for auto loans today more so than ever. Okay, they're denying credit to people. Small businesses are getting wiped out. Oh, yeah, but the economy is strong and resilient. Oh, it is because the creatures that dwell within the halls of the Federal Reserve, they say so. And they must be right because they're beautiful people. They're all lovely and perfect. Oh, of course they are. But anyway, look, I've covered this to the point of like exhaustion. Got to get your cash out of these institutions. We are not allowed to know which banks are actually going to fail. The FDIC says this is privileged information. Even if you have your cash in these institutions, you're not allowed to know. No warning, no nothing. You could call your bank and ask them, and they won't tell you anything. So they're just going to shut you out. And then, of course, you're going to have to find out where your cash is to get it. Ain't going to be a lovely picture. I really sincerely believe. Why do we need to have our cash in these? I don't know. You tell me. Anyway, I'm sure a lot of you are a lot smarter than I am. Gold and silver caught a bid today. Cryptocurrency is relatively flat. Bitcoin still around 37,000. Crude oil catching a bit, a little bit. Dollar increased in strength today slightly, again, on a relative strength basis here. The 10-year yield, I want you to think about this too. This is beautiful. Are you ready for this one? Okay. So the Federal Reserve comes out today with saying, they're going to keep rates higher for longer in the minutes. But did you notice what happened or did not happen? The 10-year yield actually didn't budge at all. We're at 4.41. We might have actually come down a little bit. So the market is saying, yeah, right, sure. It doesn't believe it. Do you believe a single word that comes out of its mouth, the Federal Reserve collectively? I don't. We do know, you and I, is this is the biggest criminal enterprise organization in the history of the world, and they frankly got to go. They got us all by the throat. They're not going to let go until they're done. I think it's pretty evident here. Don't you agree? But what is that going to do? Does that change anything for you and I? If you and I realize that whatever comes out of their mouth, the polar opposite is true. Okay, if they're telling you the rates are going to stay higher for longer, that to me is a blaring tell that they're going to be cutting rates relatively soon. Especially, again, people, we are in a presidential selection cycle. They got to prop up this market. At least they're going to do that until Christmas time, so the fat cats can get their big bonuses. But I would expect, honestly, moving into next year. In fact, this is going to be the theme for next year. Beyond any doubt, if you have any doubt, I'm going to tell you right now what the theme is going to be. More rate suppression on a scale that we haven't even begun to see. With regard to central banks destroying and killing and sucking, and I mean sucking, the purchasing power out of their currencies, you haven't seen anything yet with regard to that. So massive currency devaluation. Inflation is going to persist. Duh. Okay, that's going to stay higher for longer. But you see, you're not allowed to know that either. But the economy is strong and resilient. Oh, it is. It must be, like I said. So you can expect more deceptions, more distractions, more look here, don't look. But rate cuts are coming. Rate cuts are coming next year. I won't believe it. I just won't believe if they. I think there is no way possible. I mean, zero chance that they're not going to cut rates at one point next year. And probably cut them dramatically. Again, it's just so easy to figure out in my book. Could I be wrong? Yeah, maybe, but I doubt it. I really doubt this one. Right, Lord Humongous? Dude, love you, man. You've been with me so long. I love all you guys. Alan Greenspan, you're here too. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And all my friends here. I love being with you, honestly. Okay, so with that, people, do you? I want to talk about a few things. And I want to talk about what you want to talk about. Yes, it is a vomitous mess, yelling stain. Imagine we have stains and pukes and things. We have stains, pukes, and things running this thing, which used to be the United States of America, which has now taken on some other kind of, no surprise. You and I have been talking about this for years. A whole new set of rules, a whole new paradigm, and that's the way it's just going to go. We have freaks, mummies, ghouls, Lex Luthor characters. Make it up. That's where we're at. You know that, all of you. Nitrous and turbos. What about superchargers, dude? Turbos, you ever watch a turbo car when the guys are trying to stage it? You know something? Let me show you something. I don't know if you can. I'm going to try to show you something real quick. This is a very short video clip of me the other day when I made that 9-second pass in my Copo. Let's see if I can show this to you guys via this little phone here. Let's see what we can do. Hold that thought. All right, here we go. Let's try this. All right, here we go. Wait. No. Why isn't it playing? What do you think? Not bad, not bad. That was only my second full run in that car. And I'm looking to, get a lot more seat time in there. And once that car's supercharged, by the way, but a turbo car, when these guys with these turbos, they stage the cars, they wind these things up to the moon, and then they're using this bumping mechanism to bump the car into the lights as the RPM stay high. It's really just annoying to me, even to watch. But anyway, that's just neither here nor there. Anyway, people, what else can we talk about? I don't think there are people, honestly, that have a handle on what's happening more than you and I. It's really the truth. We've been so far ahead of the curve on this. With regard to the market, people, look, I don't care what comes out of the Fed's mouth. If they can keep rates suppressed, and they will. If they can keep the dollar weak, and they will. If they can keep risk at bay, and they will. They're going to do whatever they got to do. The market's going higher. Yes, I am still in JEPI. I'm not selling JEPI. In fact, I am buying more JEPI, people. I don't know another way to put this. If it falls, if it got cut in half, I'd still buy. I want the dividend. As long as they don't cut the dividend, and the dividend is going to fluctuate, okay, according to with market volatility. The more volatility, the higher the dividend is. You understand? Just go look up the sheet on that there, and it'll let you the prospectus, and you know how it works. Anyway, yeah, so I have no intention of selling JEPI or gold or silver or any of my other assets for a very long, lovely time. Long, lovely time. Is that a song? No, lonely time. Everything sounds the same to me. What about, you want to hear something about this tie? You all know that I took. Someone's mentioning, what about the tie? This tie belonged to Edward Hall. Most of you know Edward, right? Edward was my best friend in the world. Pearl Harbor survivor, 99-year-old, one of the greatest men I've ever known in my life. This tie was his, and I got this tie from him when he passed on. Anyway, so it's special. I know a lot of you guys like this tie. Well, it's an Edward tie. Yeah, Edward tie. Anyway, people, all right. I think what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna let's salute to Edward and Medwin. Those guys were cut from a different cloth, as I said. They were just different, tough, strong. Today, I mean, Edward was 18 years old while he found himself under attack by the Japanese Imperial Navy in forces at Pearl Harbor. And what did he do? Instead of running into a corner somewhere at the ripe old age of 18 years old, he and a medic ran out there while under fire and went out there and picked up the wounded. They left the dead. There's nothing they could do about it, and brought them to the field hospital. On the third trip back, they got strafed. Took his truck out of action. I mean, imagine 18 years old and going through something like that. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Yeah, he's a hero. He's a hero. He saved lives that day. That makes him a hero. Anyway, people, look, that's going to be it for today. I love all of you. We covered important stuff. We're on target. We are so on target, and we're not going to deviate a damn thing. Okay, we know what we're doing, and we know why we're doing it. I keep saying the same thing over and over again. Know who our enemy is. So how can we lose? And we got each other. We got each other's back, so we can't possibly lose. Now, with that, you know that the market is closed Thursday. So tomorrow morning report and post market are going to be my last reports, actually, for the week. But I will do a Sunday markets will look ahead, and I'll tell you all about it tomorrow. All right, people, this guy here loves you a lot, and I mean that with all I got from my heart. I will see you in the morning, and it's going to be just as lovely as it is now, because it's just beautiful. But I want to hear from you. So do you agree with the Fed here and all these lovely lies and tales? Well, of course, I know you don't, but there's going to be no accountability. So it's really just too sick. See you in the morning. All right, I'm out of here.